And now the mark, oh! Oh! It went to 0! Yeah!
Don't get rug pulled. Don't get rug pulled. Don't get rug pulled. Don't get rug pulled. Heard that project is a trap. Don't get rug pulled. Everything they say is kept. Don't get rug pulled. 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 Turn your savings into scraps. Don't get rug pulled. They be plotting on your racks. Whoa, whoa. We gon' know where we at. New USB for my racks. Not slipping, no, I never let. VPN changed the map. I ain't know that he kept. I know he be hacking. Look at the way I check. The same way I bring racks in. That's the same way I bring racks in.
Damn!
That's the same way I bring racks in. That's the same way I bring racks in. Don't get rug pulled. 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 Heard that project is a trap. Don't get rug pulled. Everything they say is kept. Don't get rug pulled. 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 Turn your savings into scraps. Don't get rug pulled. They be plotting on your racks. Whoa, whoa. We gon' know where we at. We gon' know where we at. Not slipping, no, I never let. We gon' know where we at. We gon' know where we at. Not slipping, no, I never let. Not slipping, no, I never let.
Oh, good Lord! You seen it live, baby. You seen it live. A goddamn rug pool, baby. A live rugging. Wow. Wow. Holy moly, man. What happened here, dude?
Don't get rug pulled. 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 Heard that project is a trap. Don't get rug pulled. Everything they say is kept. Don't get rug pulled. 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 Turn your savings into scraps. Don't get rug pulled. They be plotting on your racks.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie, Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture, master in youthfulness, contentment, NFTs, and a full-time bozo of the cloud. We are live with NFT Guru Talk and Chill number 49. It's been 2 weeks. Solidarity out there in the world. But we are back and super excited for today's show. What up, gentleman?
I didn't even realize, boys, we're turning 50 next week.
Turning 50, ski.
Fuck, we're getting up there.
What's up? What kind of cake are we gonna fucking dive into, dudes?
We should totally get a cake. Each of us get our own little slice of cake and eat it on stream.
What cake you going for? I'm going carrot.
Gotta go cheesecake every time.
Cheesecake? That stock is muted. I'm done.
Muted, bud?
I am
muted,
dead.
bud. I was chilling, bro. I gotta do it. Shout out to the dead fellas. But it's just one of those things. How do ice cream?
Nice.
Dude, oh man, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Hair is moisturized. Walshy's not a ghost. And we got a Deadstock. His beard, it grows like what, an inch every minute?
I just shaved before the show.
Dang. That Chia Pet action is real, stream. Chia Pet action is real. Let me put some lo-fi vibes on for the stream ski before we dive in. How's your mind? How's your energy, boys? First and foremost.
Gucci.
I'm doing the very best, man. I have nothing to complain about, especially considering what's going on in the world. I think the three of us are pretty lucky. And shout out to Maury, by the way. Maury couldn't make it, but thoughts and prayers are with you, Maury.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers with Australia, the flood, dude.
I told him just flush. He forgot to flush. You know, somebody forgot to flush, and now McDonald's is going. But he did.
Did it start from a McDonald's bathroom for real?
No, it didn't start from McDonald's. Probably from a broken ice cream machine. No, he did go to a hill, and he reached out to a couple of us. He was working, and then said a couple things and then.
Damn, you're telling me the bear market is that bad? We gotta file applications for Mickey D's, dude.
Oh my God, we're all gonna make it. Don't worry.
I don't know about we all gonna make it, but there was a fucking video we'll show later. Definitely
That's
a top. I'm definitely a top signal. He's already there. The stream is titled, beloveds, Huxley Domination, People Selling Bored Ape Yacht Club, and Is the Top In? Shout out to the listeners listening on Twitter Live. If you want to chat with the gang, please come to YouTube. Link in bio on @YoungShow. Come and chat with us live here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Laura Zombie. Shout out to M Vela. Crypto Hustlers in the building. Polka Dot Legend. Thruster is in the building. We have Kelsey White in the building. She's making gains. I declared I'm going for the Joe Rogan status. I think, and then there's gonna be the show here. Walshy's gonna be. What is Joe Rogan's sidekick?
Jamie.
Jamie, and then Deadstock is gonna be that buff fighter. I forget his name.
Brandon Schwab.
Brandon Schwab. He got Brandon Schwab written all over him. Dudes, all right, Walshy. It is titled Huxley Domination, but you want to give us your takes of this week of NFTs? A lot of people have been telling me that they love the show. You're very informative to them. You want to break it down? What has happened this past week? It's kind of been a little dry spell, huh? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple projects launch and not do so well this week. We've seen others do all right. Overall, though, man, like even my blue chips, they're down overall, and I think that there's lots of room for them to continue going down too. I've even considered possibly listing one of my BAYC NFTs just for the sake of maybe not my ape, but like, I got a mutant and a dog and stuff. Yes, ApeCoin is coming, but we all know that 90% of people with an ape are probably waiting for the same thing, to wait for ApeCoin to drop. And I just think moving into ApeCoin, we might see a little bit of a spike. And I think we might have already seen that spike when they went up to 118 ETH. So, it's a thought that's been in my mind lately. The overall market, I've been kind of annoyed with the bullshit that's been taking off lately. Like you guys,
when you say bullshit, what do you mean? The dippy?
Like you guys saw the Kevins, right? Like Pixelmon was basically a soft rug. I don't know if you want to call it a soft rug, but I do, because
didn't they raise $70 million at the Dutch auction of 3 ETH for a sandbox killer? They said.
Yeah, like they raised up $70 million. I think it was roughly, if you were to go in US dollars, about $10,000 to get a Pixelmon egg. And they got memed so hard that this one Pixelmon named Kevin ended up becoming quite valuable, kind of like a chaser, right? And for all of last week, man, everything was just a Kevin derivative. There was like Maury Kevins, there was Punk Kevins, which the artist Pack ended up buying a shitload of. And yeah,
Kevin MFers, Kevin Rocks.
Yeah, there was Kevin MFers.
Well, Kevin, huh?
Nonsensical, dude. But it was entertaining. I can't say it wasn't entertaining. It's just, man, the stuff that the market decides to go with, sometimes it just makes me scratch my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna show the stream what the fuck Kevin looks like. This is fucking ridiculous. This is Kevin from Pixelmon. And you think it's the new meme of 2022, huh? I mean, this doesn't look good. I mean, they said that their product was supposed to look like this. I think they paid like some guy on Fiverr.
That's the other thing. Like, it wasn't the original art. Like, I guess kind of like I don't know if they're one of ones though. Like he just went out and bought these things.
No, these were like voxels that you could go buy and you would own them. But I think he was paying like between 50 to 200 per, and then repurposing them and voxelizing them. So so it's just crazy. I mean, genius, but it's crazy. I mean,
DGens literally paid $70 million for a trailer and got this, but they got Kevin, and there's only like 109 Kevins. But damn, DGens, man, fuck.
I mean, it takes a real gaming studio years and like roughly probably that amount of money to make a good game. But some good gaming studios, they end up releasing a shitty game anyways, with that kind of a budget, and they know what they're doing. So like, I don't know what this kid's going to do to create a game. It's probably going to be outsourced, I'd imagine, but like, that's why like you got to really kind of dive into your research and see if see if what you're investing in is something that has an opportunity to actually grow and be what it's advertised as, which unfortunately in the NFT scene, a lot of it's not, especially now.
Yeah, speak on that. That's talk. I mean, you have products like G-Volts that have swag, people building, Mark the Habibi, just in the game trying to make something, and then you got Pixelmon that just comes in, takes 70 million away from the market. What's your thoughts on the? It's just what we do, dude. It's just what we do. It's not what I do per se, but it's just what we do.
It's a combination of veterans here, just wanting to make moves, catching the hype. A lot of us are smart enough to recognize when something is mean quality and really in the out of the subconscious, but now in the consciousness of everybody, and people are paying attention to it. So between that and new people coming in, people wanting to make plays, people wanting to grow their stack as always, everybody's just jumping into the game, and that's kind of the meta at the moment with a lot of these projects that are coming out. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, I know a lot of these aren't going to be the Kevin ones. They're definitely not going to be here long term, but it is interesting to see how people are jumping from this whitelist meta to some of these sniping metas that are going on now to what's going to be here long term. And it's really going to be up to the projects themselves, the communities. I mean, obviously we can always take it back to punks, or more specifically even last year to Bored Apes, to a perfect trifecta of a project where the developers executed, say less, do more. The community was unstoppable and really just bringing it all together with everything that was going on. So a lot of these communities we're seeing now, even stuff from last year, where we're looking at, I like some of the newer stuff, Smiles. Obviously we've seen Dead Fellows, which was a drop that you put on into the dojo, and some of these other projects that are rocking out now, even to newer ones that are out now that have been dropping all this week from, they all almost have the same names now, Dippies, Sunnies, the Weather Report versus the Dented Fields, which Team Dented Fields, I'm pretty sure.
Team Dented Fields, yeah. You brought that alpha. That's why you have an alpha talisman, beloved. Because you bring an alpha to the dojo. You too, Walsh. Alpha talisman. Shout out to my talisman people.
So it's good to see them, but you're seeing a lot of this stuff now, even like the cartoons and the Wonder Pals, and you're seeing the thick
Starcatcher.
Starcatcher stick line meta kind of like taking over, which is fine, but it's all going to be about execution and stuff. Looking at, I mean, even you're seeing it now between Dented Fields and Weather Report. You have together, they probably would have like crushed it. Like together, if the drama didn't go down, it would have been a good solid project. But because of the fragmentation of what happened and how everything went down, we won't get into that honestly, but they basically are two projects that are almost connected to each other. But you're looking at Weather Report that I think minted for 0.15, and now it's almost going to be at like a 50% loss. I think the floors now is like almost like 0.08, and then you got Dented Fields, which ran up to almost 0.5, but it minted for, I think it was like 0.11, and now sitting around 0.2, and that's why I kind of got in on it. I felt like I like the drama. I was feeding on it. That means it has attention. All news is good news. And I felt like I'm going to just go with the artist. And I like the ones that I got anyway. So that's why I talked about it.
Yeah.
Weather Report, not going to knock it. But when you look at it, you can see that it started out as one thing. And then now it's turned into something else, unfortunately, for them. I do wish them the best. But at this point, when I look at it, I don't get anything weather from it. So I just hope that they do well, and the people that invested in it or really just enjoy the art are able to appreciate it, and it grows.
For sure. Speaking of long-lasting projects, gotta give a shout out to Huxley, our first topic. Huxley dominating the scene. I literally talked to a lot of VCs and some alpha people today. They're like, I am full in bullish on Huxley. We have called it in the dojo since the day one, where they weren't selling out. They were hanging out, chilling, and Vella's in the building. People are recognized. Shout out to the homies who really believed. They ended up having a little pickle action going on. They did a stealth release. They freaked out a lot of people. Even I got freaked out. I missed the gas war. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I missed the fucking gas war. Okay, shit. You want me to not say it? Sold out instantaneously. Walshy, what was your perspective on that stealth, man? I mean, did you go into the gas war? It kind of brought me back. I know a lot of people were fucking salty as fuck. My phone was blowing up.
I had every intention of minting these third editions hard, but by the time I knew it was happening, it was all over. So I totally missed that.
Dude, you're a true DJ and you stay on the computer. What are you talking about?
I know, dude. I've had a couple extra tasks lately, so I've got more responsibilities now, unfortunately, than just being able to stay plugged into NFTs and crypto. So, you know, and that's a good thing too. But yeah, I'm upset that I missed that one. I've been watching secondary, and overall, I just got to say, like, I have done very well on Huxley overall.
I mean, you got a gold one.
I don't even
I
know
had
what you
one
have,
comic.
Walsh. I don't even. You are so secretive with the fucking with your plays, dude. You don't even
I
tell
had,
no one. You don't even tell us because I don't
I
even
sold
fucking
my
want to know.
gold comic way too low. In hindsight, but I mean,
Wait, you sold the gold comic?
yeah, I sold my gold comic, and I
Flip was
had.
going to flip.
The thing is, like on Huxley, I'm plus like a decent amount of ETH. I'm very happy with what I'm ahead in Huxley for. I think I had 5 Series 1 comics. So what does that put me at? Like half of an ETH invested, and definitely have made at least like 5 ETH off of that investment and whatever I bought for Series 2s.
Facts.
So, you know, I'm very happy overall with my investment in Huxley. My gold comic, unfortunately, I had sold before I saw the trailer, the movie trailer, or the, you know, the whatever they're calling it. It's a movie, right?
That is a pitch trailer that they pitched to the big boys, which now they
so
have
it's a
them
pitch.
on.
It's not like a feature film trailer.
No, not yet. No, it actually
Gotcha.
probably has some scenes in there. It's just like your sizzle reel in a sense.
Gotcha. So, anyways, whenever that came out, that trailer, price action started moving upwards aggressively, and I had already sold out. That would have been a great opportunity to sell into some crazy hype, but alas, I'm not upset about it. I've made my money and moved on. But moving forward, I'll try to be more on the ball for the 4th edition comic drop, because it seems to be an easy 2x, an easy 2.5 to 3x, give or take.
For sure, Flipper's gonna flip. That's like they made an announcement today. I didn't know if you saw it. They're saying issues 1 and 2s are gonna get priority, but the people who didn't get issue 3s that have 1 and 2s go first for issue 4. They have said that they dropped the stealth trailer because they were scared of bots infiltrating, so they dropped it quick. I mean, it's their prerogative. I can't pick apart. There was a lot of toxic things happened. A lot of people upset. What is your take on Huxley right now and currently? And then I'm gonna put my final thoughts on it.
Yeah, cool. Obviously, love Huxley. I mean, I learned about it from more initially, and then also like very short period than from you. And I mean, it's just a project that I think we always knew with the experience of Ben that what he was creating was going to be something that we were going to be able to enjoy. It's nice to be able to see that he's getting, even not that he wasn't getting recognition before, but it's nice to see that he's been putting his heart and soul into this project, which is like what he really believes in. He's been working on, and it's nice to see that the fruits of his labor are coming together, that he is moving appropriately, working with the right people. He already has the right connections, and he's going to execute it the way it is. I am neutral on the drop. I don't agree with how they did it completely, but then again, I completely understand why they did it that way. So with that respect, again, it's an is what it is type of scenario. Fortunately, for those that didn't get in on the drop, or unfortunately, you know, it was gas wars. So the price of the comic, which I think is sitting around $0.25 of an ETH right now, is honestly quite close to probably around the 0.17-ish that people were paying if you include gas when they were minting during the drop anyway, which I think if people keep it in perspective, like it's not a big deal. But like you said, moving forward, they're learning from the community and what happened, and they're going to execute from there. So very excited for Huxley, looking forward to the human avatars, and honestly looking forward to seeing this movie and seeing this video game and comic thing come to life. It's going to be like an ecosystem similar to what we're always talking about with Star Wars. I don't know if it's going to be as large as Star Wars. It could be possibly, but that's the kind of thing that he's going after, and he's the right person for the job. So, I like it.
Well said. Okay. That is serious. Ben today spent, I think he bought 50 issue 3s. Yeah, we saw it in Dojo. He didn't buy it off the floor. Any speculation on that? I guess he's trying to complete his set. I think he has over 100 issue 1s, 120.
Yeah, he commented on the reason I know is somebody mentioned something earlier, like this morning, and I saw he actually commented on somebody's tweet that basically said like, keep your eyes peeled for tomorrow. So it wasn't like an official Huxley or Ben tweet, but he commented on somebody And so that's
maybe
why
a burn event, maybe, right? Maybe a random burn event just to get this thing moving for the next issue 4, because you got to get this burn event, maybe get some redeeming action for these comics. I don't fucking know.
in my mind, I kind of think it's probably going to be, and this is just me speculating, but I would think it might be just like a giveaway or like a goodwill gesture to people who weren't able to mint it, or at the time of mint or something like that. But I don't even want to speculate, honestly, because Ben's been taking care of everybody. He's been doing good work. So I'm just excited to see what he's going to do tomorrow to keep rocking out.
Yeah, for sure.
Boys, there's I saw some shitty news earlier, actually, and you guys might have read the article. I'm not sure if I shared it or not, but it just kind of popped into mind. OpenSea has been delisting collections made by people that are located in certain areas.
So much for Web3, beloved.
I believe Iranian people are having their collections delisted from OpenSea because of their government's politics. Mm-hmm. And also, to further kind of spoil the mood, the company that owns MetaMask is being audited, and it's very possible that MetaMask might be asking for a KYC moving forward if this audit goes sideways and regulation gets, spurred as a result. So I really hope that doesn't happen, but things are taking like a 1984 George Orwellian kind of a turn here on us. And I think there are ways to mitigate, the MetaMask thing, but still it's shitty. It's hopefully not going to go too far sideways, but
I always said Web3, man, had to stay anonymous. I think we kind of got real comfortable showing our faces, and that's really disheartening that these Web3 companies can just do that. Are we really in a decentralized, place? No, I think it's just the beginning phases. Very, nuanced. Very, that's kind of sad. It's disheartening for sure. Way to kill the vibe.
Well, they're still businesses too, and so while it's nice that they are technically on the blockchain, they are capital bottom line businesses, and when they get to the sizes that they are right now, for instance, just like we're talking about, the VCs come in, they end up buying in, they end up having certain things that they want to have happen, and that's what a lot of these companies are going to. We already know that OpenSea is clearly not decentralized, and obviously with the VC funding that they've been able to raise, that's the route that they're going. They didn't decide to do exactly the opposite, which is why we're seeing LooksRare, X2, Y2, and some of these other platforms being developed, like Fractal, that'll be dropping I think later this month, and distributing coin, because the power, they don't want to give it to the people. They'd rather, but we already knew that when you're bringing in $3 billion a month, and the one person that everybody actually likes, Nate, has to leave the company, so it's just one of those things where OpenSea doesn't really have our best interest, and everybody should know that already. They've attacked multiple projects. They've delisted the correct project instead of the frauds. Sometimes they've delisted independent artists, just like they're doing now. And they've even tried to switch up how they charge and pay and do all this other stuff, where they used to allow us to do private trades, and now they charge on that too. So they don't have our best interest, and it's all right, because we know that, and it's our job to make sure that we use tools that are do have our best interest moving forward.
Dojo and people, if Eric, what is his name, Edward Snowden, is building something on Web3, you will know privately in the dojo. We need Edward Snowden back, and we need that type of infrastructure if we're gonna make it to a cyberpunk future. I've gotten lazy. I've used OpenSea, but I know the implications of like 2023 big regulations and stuff. This is going to. Is this why you think the top is in, Walshy? Is this
Well, I mean,
before we
honestly,
get to that cringy video?
I think the top might have been a while back, like the last local top. We've passed it already. It's in our rear view mirrors. I hope that we're not seeing like a bigger top. I hope that we continue to cycle in and out of like an NFT bull run based on the price of crypto. But even as the price of crypto is kind of going down right now, we're not seeing certain projects recover that normally do. So it's just like, you gotta, in my opinion, like what I'm starting to think about is what's best for me. Like what profits do I want to see locked away in stable coins? Like not in NFTs. Like what realized gains do I want to see if everything goes to shit, in 6 months? if in 6 months like ETH is down to $1,500 and NFTs are dead, and apes are 60 ETH, what do I want to have locked away? So
Holy fuck.
And I'm not saying there's apocalypse coming. It's just I think that for me, I want to feel that security and know that I'm going to be good if everything goes sideways.
Yeah, I just played the Shanks on Your Brother Sold Is Mine because you really are killing the vibe, Walsh. You're killing the
trying
vibe.
to be realistic.
I'm just joking. You're not killing the vibe. You never killed the vibe. Kelsey White said, "What's a better option to OpenSea?" I mean, we do know the better options. I don't know if X2Y2 is doxed. I don't know if LooksRare is a doxed people. Can the internet just shut them fucking down? We need to be in Liberland. I say it. Going back to the OG days. Let's just all build the fucking country, kumbaya it, and trade within each other's NFTs. This is how we will make it. Did you want to say WAGMI? That's how we gonna do it. Any suggestions, Deadstock, or we just in the early phases? Nothing you can do.
Yeah, I mean, for alternative to OpenSea, I'll be very upfront. Like, I still use all the platforms. Like, I feel like we should just use whatever's going to end up being beneficial to us because that's what they're doing anyway, and then try to represent or participate in the ecosystems that actually look out for us. So I do go look at X2Y2 or LooksRare when I go buy stuff. I haven't bought anything off of X2Y2 yet, but I've bought stuff off of LooksRare. But a majority of people still are on OpenSea. I mean, it does have like a year first mover advantage on these other companies. But again, keep it in perspective. It's only been like a year since OpenSea really blew up at this point. Like, they were just another, they were talked about with Rarible and all the other ones. And after last year, between the apes and Cool Cats and everything that dropped since then, have they really grown to where they're at now? So will you get better prices on OpenSea and more variety? Definitely. But if you can purchase off the other platforms, there's good benefits, especially LooksRare, because you get a percentage. It's cheaper to do so, and also you get kickback from it. You'll get looks. So
hold on, I got an alpha play only that one. Hold on.
Alpha plays only.
Also, you know what? Since we're talking about it, like, everybody should be thinking long term anyway. Because like Walshy mentioned, you should. I mean, y'all know I've been talking about the bear market since 6 months now. I'm like, prepare for the bear market, prepare for the bear. Like, It's eventually going to come, but it's one of those things where you just have to, bottom line, just have a plan and understand it. It's kind of like when you want to sell an NFT. If you got good profit on an NFT, you bought it for whatever 0.05 and it's up to an ETH, 2 ETH, and like that's your price, do it. Don't sit there like, oh, it's at 2 now, let me wait till it gets to 3 to 4, because if you don't have an exit price, then that 2 ETH NFT could go right back down to 1 or less, and you just missed your exit anyway. So it's same thing if you have stuff you got to take care of in real life. Make sure you have some form of balance or some plan to execute it. That way you put yourself in a position to not only enjoy the space, but don't have, not hurt yourself in the long term. And then also these other components, these other platforms like LooksRare and X2Y2, they're giving out their token right now, or you can purchase it, of course, but you can earn the token, and you're basically buying stock into these places where they're saying, hey, once we get enough volume, you will be earning a dividend on the volume that goes on, unlike OpenSea. So OpenSea wants to keep everything to themselves and still take more. These other platforms were literally developed to, you own the token, and based on how much token you earn.
Wall Street trying to bust out laughing, dude. What the fuck, dude?
What he's laughing at something else. What are you laughing at?
Oh shit.
Just laughing at something I'm reading. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's fine. I know when Wall Street's like.
I want to say hindsight 2020, with all this stuff that we've been through as a group. What was all those crazy mints that we did? We did many mints, and none of them mean anything. Like, it's nice that we minted so much. We got ETH value. Some of us lost ETH value. When I look at the big picture, the macro, god damn, there's only like fucking 5 projects that I don't even give a fuck about now. You know what I mean? It's just been a wild ass roller coaster ride of minting shit.
Well, the good ones keep giving stuff back to you. Like, you invested in Parallel way early, and that's still providing for you right now. Like, Walshy and I provided, got into Bored Apes at the beginning, and that provided for it, gave us mutants and gave us dogs, and it's going to give us ApeCoin and all the other projects and stuff like that. Like, even Cool Cats right now, which is dealing with an issue which not even the game at this point, it's just Polygon, and I won't give you my opinions on Polygon, but it's just one of those things where you keep getting rewarded. Like, I got the eggs, and I mean, you can name it, Dead Friends with the Dead Fellows with the Dead Friends, whatever you want to mention. Like, the projects that are looking out for you keep looking out for you. Huxley, if you got in early, before the sellouts, you're able to get a robot, or you're able to get this or able to get that. So it's just like
I got an X-ray robot, not just any robot, beloved. An X-ray.
I was
Oh, no,
creeping
yeah,
the
we-
other day.
we
I was
know.
spying on that,
Fuck.
looking at that sexy fucking robot.
Blessings. Big blessings. Big cherry.
Oh,
Big juicy
you got
cherry.
the
Bouncy
X-ray.
energy.
Walshy got the Murakami. You know,
Murakami? Did you got the
Buzz.
Murakami wash?
There's a Murakami.
Damn.
Takashi Murakami's releasing that like flower project. I think it's just called Murakami Flowers. But yeah, I found out today that he's whitelisting everybody with a Murakami drip trait on their clones. So that's the one that I kept. I
Dude, you're in. Are you gonna
one.
flip? Are you gonna hold, dude? What are you gonna do, dude?
I'm
Probably-
probably
he's
gonna
probably
sell
gonna-
it. I'll try to wait for like a decent price and sell it, because like I've done very well this year, but like I'm not a millionaire, and I'm not saying that being a millionaire is like my end goal, but I think that now is a time where I should definitely be taking some profits and treating myself a little bit. It's been a whole year. I haven't bought anything extravagant. Like, I don't know. I've put a lot of work into crypto and NFTs. It hasn't been hard work, but like, I think it's time to pull some money out, start rewarding myself, think about, some real life stuff.
I'm gonna miss you boys when you're out there and in the deep sea fishing, and you just don't even give a fuck about like Twitter or Discord, because the bear market has took you by the fucking balls, and you just you got to recover. Yeah.
No.
It's been a very grim stream. We're gonna get it positive, but let's just sulk a little bit.
Nah, fuck that. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We'll just look forward to all the good times. Look, if a bear market hits and we do what we're supposed to do, my ass is not shutting up. I mean, it's not like I say a lot.
That boy's
anyway,
still gonna be building, boy.
I'm gonna be checking in on all the people that were like, all the influencers that were like promoting without putting ad or saying that they partnered with people. I'm gonna be checking in on them. I'm like, bro, 100K followers, and where's the projects you used to drop? Like, they not paying you no more, or
Shit,
you
bro.
gotta mess with them. I mean,
We're gonna separate
yeah.
the wheat from the chafe. That's what they say. Shout. Go ahead.
Did
No, you
did
got
any
it.
of you guys buy baby Faroks?
I don't know what that is.
You better
How
stop.
many trait variations?
You better
100?
stop. Don't get me on the kid. Don't get me on the young boy.
Nah, man, I still have to go and chill with Farouk, bro. We still vibe sometimes. Just joking. There's all love, okay? At the end of the day, when we meet these motherfuckers in person, we're gonna be showing love. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Sweet motherfucking NFT baby talking shit.
Oh man.
It's all love. Just, conduct yourself appropriately, and there'll be nothing for us to talk about. So.
Someone said bear market is my opportunity to double and triple down using the knowledge I've gained this past year. Let's go with the IPO on that.
Love it.
That's right there, Matt L. Right there. You culminated everything I was trying to say without saying it. I wanted to shout out to all the listeners that are listening to this podcast. Follow at DeadstockOG. Follow at Walshy_Eve. Follow at Jeremy Stormsky Psych. And follow at Metamori as well. We do miss Metamori and Jeremy. I wanted to talk about BAYC a little bit. NFTs Anonymous is listing his. He's someone that has came to NFT CLT in the local scene. He's selling his Bored Ape, I believe at 88 ETH. People shouldn't be scared of that. People got to take profits, like we're saying, but Bored Ape is going to be just fine, right, boys?
Oh yeah.
That's just going to happen more and more, right? We were talking about that earlier. That's just going to happen more and more as we see the landscape of what the current world, what the world is going to look like.
I think they're too big of a brand to like leave and just become obsolete. Like they're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? It's just for me personally, it represents a large portion of my portfolio. So considering, setting up an exit price for me has to be something that I do moving forward. Because when we went up over 100 ETH, I didn't even have the thought in my mind of listing my ape at any price. And in hindsight now, like that would have been a great time to sell. And then right now I could have bought back in and had, 40 ETH to spare.
No, you're right. You're right about that. If you're not attached to your apes, it's definitely one of those things.
I am. And that's the problem. Like becoming less attached to these things that aren't even real. You know what I mean? Has to be for me.
They're real to me in the metaverse.
Yeah, but you know what's even more real? A house, like a nice vehicle, you know, and like trips around the world 3 times a year.
A jacuzzi.
A
Got it.
jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Like all that shit's possible if you play your cards right.
A pound of marijuana.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Timmy
no.
Hose,
A BDSM
legalization,
dungeon.
bruh.
some donuts,
The fuck?
Yeah, man.
maple syrup.
You know I love that maple syrup. I eat
Sheesh.
waffles
Yeah, no.
twice a day. I
I
eat
know.
waffles for breakfast and bed lunch.
Guys,
You have
every
a
time
treat.
I'm on these streams, we're talking about food. I talked about food with the Betty. Now you guys are fucking bringing up food, maple syrup and shit.
We love the food. We love the food.
Food
It
fellas.
is what it is.
Food
We love
fellas
it.
indeed. All of the above. Yes, all of the above, Kelsey. I mean,
You go ahead first.
no, I mean, just harping on what Walshy is saying here. Yeah, detachment. I have a lot of attachment issues, I guess, to these things. Maybe I gotta meditate, and every time I get into stable coins, though, I ended up fucking using the stable coins that I have for NFTs. So it's a hard line to walk.
Well, I stabled for the first time in a long time while we were going on a nosedive of doom during the initial stages of the Ukraine invasion, right? Like we've seen the market absolutely go into a state of fear and shock, and the price of ETH was going straight down, and I didn't know where it was going to stop. So
Yeah, people were saying 1,700.
having ETH is great, but when you can lose 30% of your ETH overnight, for me personally, I want the security of having some of those profits locked in. It's good to have enough ETH that 20-30% isn't going to affect. It's going to affect you, but I mean, it's not going to affect whether or not you're able to afford that home or afford that car, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at any rate, what I'm getting at here is stable coins are part of my insurance policy when it comes to crypto and NFTs. They are now, and they're going to continue to be. And moving forward, though, I'd like to try to sell over 3,000 because I sold out of fear much lower than that during the initial stages of the Ukraine invasion. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Desktop, you have anything you want to chime in before we move on to how we can save this bear market?
I guess 2 things. If anybody's curious on the future of Bored Ape Yacht Club, there's definitely a wonderful 20-minute video of the CEO being interviewed, and it's just a great interview. And she definitely covers what the future holds for Bored Ape Yacht Club and what they're looking to build moving forward, besides what they've already accomplished. So I think it's very informative and kind of shows that they're staying ahead of the game and staying ahead of, honestly, a ton of the projects. They know what they're doing. They have vision, and they seem to know how they want to execute, and they're doing it wonderfully. On the money part, yeah, I mean, going into stables, it's one of those things where it's the same as when you're buying into something. You could buy ETH at a certain price and then it drops. It's just you just have, again, like Walsh said, you have to have a price. Me, I think you guys know that I'm pretty big into DeFi, so I'm really big into having certain coins that earn for me anyway. So unless everything were to collapse, I'm usually okay with that stuff because I'm earning when it's up, earning when it's down. And I think everybody should probably have something like that involved anyway too. Not just have all their stuff in NFTs. Have a little, you gotta make sure you have ETH set aside, some dry powder, make sure you're holding on to your strong convictions. And if you don't have other stuff, then like Walsh said, have exit prices to get out of them, turn it into more ETH so that either you can make more moves, or when ETH takes a nice bump up, you can take some profits and enjoy real life too.
Facts. And guys, please, above all, like the stream. You see this crystal? I'm going to extract your soul in this crystal if you do not like the stream. So like the stream. This is a fucking labradorite. Okay? I took this shit to the Himalayas. I took this to 7 chakra points of the earth. Like the stream or you're going in here. Final warning. And for other news, we're going to show you how we can collectively, WGMI, save the bear market together with song and dance. So, this is serious business. This is not something to take lightly. I don't know who this lady is or where she came from, but
it's Mark Zuckerberg's sister, literally.
Really? Bro, she is the fucking weirdest human-looking thing I've ever seen, homie. We're gonna play this video for a second, and I'm gonna turn it off.
Broadway or something. I think she used to sing on Broadway.
I think she used to be one of those cats from Cats on Broadway, right?
Here we go.
We're all gonna make
Why is she doing this?
Yeah, we're all
Because we're all gonna make it.
All right. First off, why is she a crypto like degen? She learned from her brother, and now she's just like infiltrating the NFT space. This definitely is the top.
Exploiting the NFT space.
That's a huge exploit for a big ass fucking conglomerate trillionaire sister.
Well, I don't know if she gets to share all that money, but she definitely I mean, I remember making the joke like months ago when we were like, oh, we're all gonna make it. I'm like, we're definitely not all gonna make it. Like, a lot of people are not gonna make it, so I think everybody should keep that in mind.
She has a fucking whale shirt with an NFT in it. Like, I don't think she even understands this fucking space.
I love it. I didn't even notice the whale when I first
You
watched
see the
it.
whale tee with the NFT in it?
I love the
wanna get it.
Razzle Khan reference, Crypto Hustler.
Yeah, I love it.
Yo, Deadstock, the comments want to know, not financial advice. What are your top points?
Golly.
Oh, for DeFi.
Alright, guys, that's it. That's all I could give that. Shut the fuck up.
For right
That's
now,
the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
what I would do, I wouldn't see. I'm heavy into Hex, but I got in under a penny. I think it's sitting around like 12 right now, and I'm comfortable staking it for a while. I have like a ladder where I've staked it out like a couple for like a year, and then some that are out like even farther than that, up to 5 years, 10 years. For coins at the moment, I honestly would probably kill two birds with one stone, and I would invest in something like Looks Rare. That is a platform that's building towards user, kind of like the pick and shovel thing for the gold rush. Instead of trying to go and get the gold itself in NFT, get the tools that's people are gonna end up using. So I would probably recommend something like Looks, because after it dropped, it's seen a nice pump. And I mean, it dropped to like 80 cents, and now it's back to I think around like 150. But just by holding it, you're earning more Looks every day. I think it's still at like 200 APR, and you also earn a portion of that in wrapped ETH, which you can then, claim if you want when it gets to a certain amount. So I would probably say that, because if it's just going to be money that you're parking right now, and you're not worried about leaving it there little by little, if you like dollar cost average into it, it'll probably end up being one of the better investments over the long term with the volume that people are going to be using.
That's how you know the video didn't impact Deadstock, because he just went and talked about coins.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. No, it doesn't affect me.
That video has no effect on him.
That balcony was beautiful at the very last frame.
The very last frame?
View. Man.
I can guarantee that Mark Zuckerberg's sister is probably going to drop an NFT project.
I
around her
definitely
voice.
saw something that resembled a PFP in that clip, and I wasn't excited about it at all.
I like her little micro curls. Those are nice little micro curls on you, Zuckerberg's sister. Hit me up. You got a little tighter curl pattern than me. My man, appreciate the insight. Valid points for sure. Cause She's Dead says, laughing my ass with no fades. Guys, like the stream. Cringe 101 for sure. Like Melania Trump NFTs. I didn't know Melania Trump had NFTs. It's wild.
I think she bought her own NFT.
Shit. Wash trading, huh? She has to. I mean,
Yeah.
she told all her fam. Damn, dude, that video is fucked. Thanks for watching that with me. We'll never watch that again. That's gonna be burned from my eyes for the rest of my life.
I'm blind anyway at this point, so I don't even know how I do half the shit.
Have we seen other cringy things like that in 2022, guys?
Have you looked on Twitter?
I mean, Kevin's cute. He's not cringy.
Oh man, Twitter in general has just been cringe like for the past. I don't really know when it started. It was so gradual, but like now it's just overtaken with foolery and madness.
It's not the same, right? It feels. It's not the same. I mean,
it's just like a bunch of sheep being herded by a bunch of morons, bunch of fucking idiots leading people off cliffs.
The Twitter game is almost like finding your balance between an echo chamber and avoiding like the toxic positivity and virtue signaling. Like if you can cultivate that like a bonsai tree, I think you're good.
Yeah, where do we stand as a group on Twitter then? Who are we? Are we just the Goonies and just trying to fucking, make it to the gold? That's it.
We're definitely like the Goonies, man. Like, I don't know. I don't want to start calling people out because it's just not my thing, but
you can name one name. We won't tell anybody, I promise.
If you dig through the clip from earlier, I've already said one.
Okay,
I
got
know,
it.
I know, I know.
All right. I got it. All right. Sheesh. Hold on.
Sheesh.
That's the way you close out everything that we just talked about. Beloveds, this was a good stream. From the love to the hate, to all the in between. I feel like I'm about to graduate. I feel like I'm literally about to get a diploma for some shit I didn't even deserve, and about to walk the aisle, or something. I feel like it's the end of the year, but it's only the end of the first quarter. It's wild. It's a wild time. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I have a feeling of optimism though. Did we miss anything here, beloveds?
No, pretty
I don't
thorough.
think so, man. I think we had a. What do you think, Deadstock? Pretty
We
good
have
episode.
Yeah, it was an excellent episode. I think we have 9 minutes till we have to all.
We didn't
get
really
off.
talk about
What?
play to earn, but I don't know where the play to earn stands. I think we need to
Yeah.
play to earn infiltration so we can kind of bring back the hopium that we once had.
I think the wave of play to earn is on its way back. It's simmering right now. It's in an accumulation period. What I'm thinking is if anybody in chat has like a quick question or a quick topic they want us to talk about over the next 5 minutes before we do our final thing, I think we'll just give it to them to see if they want to.
Yeah, shout out to Orphan.
Anything.
First off, he's been playing a lot of Elden Ring. He called it Elden Cock Ring. Thought that was very funny. Because you guys know a lot about cock rings with like Bloot and the other projects that you guys invested in. I didn't invest
Elden
in
Ring,
those projects.
I haven't heard anything bad about Elden Ring. I haven't played it. Talked to my cousin up in New York. I texted him. I said, keep hearing about Elden Ring. I know it's supposed to be really good. What do you think? He's like, he sends me a picture. He's like, I'm playing it right now. So it's and he's always.
What
on
was
top of
that game,
stuff.
guys, that we thought was gonna be an MMORPG like Elden Ring but failed? What was that shit called?
Oh, Crypto Blades.
Crypto Blades. Damn, bro, that was gonna be our Elden Ring.
That was like a good 2 weeks of fun until it wasn't, and then we just left it. So
I literally bought the top on that.
you did?
Yeah,
I
bought the
tried
top.
to get
I bought
it
the
set up
local
right
top
at
twice.
Bro, I did make a solid like 2 G's off of it before I got out.
Yeah,
It's
Walsh,
just like anything else. It's got to be. You got to get in and out. You got to take your money and like you got to break even as quick as you can, and then start squirreling away whatever you think is possible, because so many things in the NFT scene are short-lived. Like time goes by super fast, and projects disappear super fucking fast. So I don't know. My new strategy is not to get emotionally attached and just take fucking profits.
Yeah, I love how he said that. He missed one part. The family ties last forever. Yeah, we got 3 minutes. I'm going to go watch Batman with my little brother, so that's going to be nice. Yeah. I think there's a lot of opportunities coming that I'll give you guys a hint. There's a lot of comedy coming for the Young Content show like I used to do. So hopefully in the bear market, we could just be making fun of the bear market with some comedy segments. And I look forward to getting some suggestions from the dojo. The community's been growing nicely, and I really am grateful for everyone I've met. I really love you all. Yes, OG Young. We are coming on our 4 years with Evolution Lands. Yeah, that's a 4-year anniversary, Crypto Hustler. You love the Dotama ecosystem like no one's business. Laura Zombie, if you're here, I got your book over here. It's hanging up nicely. Tomorrow we have Durag Dev on the show with his brand Luxwa that a lot of people are wearing. As far as Billie Eilish, the baby, Little Xan, he's doing his thing. He's trying to infiltrate the metaverse. He's in talks with Luxo. So we're going to be talking to him tomorrow about what's going on with Durag Dev. Shout out to you, Deadstock, for helping the kid. He appreciates you.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's part of the dojo, and I'm happy to see him being successful. I think he got a lot of runway in front of him, so looking forward to supporting the family.
For sure. Let's go to the gong, baby. And shout out to Mavi, because she did the E's in the chat for us. Shout out to Mavi. We miss you.
I love that. Love Mavi.
All right, I'm going to give Walshy the last word. Deadstock, you have the floor, beloved. Hold on.
Got it. Appreciate it.
Yes.
And the vibes, the music is on point too, by the way.
Hey, love it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it short and sweet today. We were talking about how everything has been a beautiful experience over the past, honestly, like 2 years, especially over the past year. And I want everybody to realize, like, even if the bear market does hit, like, the fun is not over. We're basically saying, hey, make sure you have a plan for everything, because if you set yourself up successfully, you're really just making another move to put yourself in position to take advantage of the bear market. Obviously, with prices going on discounted to who knows where, we'll be able to buy all that stuff up. If there's NFTs or projects that you've always wanted to buy into, trust me, if you have stuff set aside, you'll be able to do that. And also, you know, just continue to support each other as a community. So definitely have a plan, be ready to execute, make sure you're taking profits, putting yourself in position to make your next moves. And, you know, most importantly, have fun and surround yourself with good people and community. Love you guys, and thank you for another great show. Shout out to Maury. Hope everything's going well, bro, and the floods go down. And shout out to Jeremy. We'll drink a beer when I see you, bro. Love you guys.
I love that. You can tell this man is somewhat fully pasta Italian. He's Italian, bro. He just loves the family vibes. You know, he sets the table. This man always sets the table. So thanks for always setting the table. Good food, good energy. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Here you go, the gong, Walsh.
Did you strike the gong already, bud?
Yeah, stroke. It's already struck.
Okay, right on. I couldn't hear it. All right, boys and girls and everything in between. For this week, I mean, I think the number one thing that I'd say for my inner sensei this week is that it's very, very important not to fall into an echo chamber. I've mentioned this before, but myself personally, I found that even whenever I stick to a Discord that's full of a lot of really close friends, if I don't expose myself to other friends groups and people who are thinking differently, I put myself at risk of not making the best decision, not making the best move. So that's something I'm working on right now, is making sure that I compartmentalize the time that I'm spending with different groups of people better, so that I can hear differing opinions and viewpoints, and just make better decisions, more well-rounded decisions. But besides that, as it pertains not to trading and whatnot, count your blessings. That's another really important thing that I think that we should all be doing right now, especially with the state of things globally. My heart goes out to the people of Ukraine. My heart goes out to the innocent people in Russia being sent to a war for, as far as I'm concerned, no good reason. And the people of Australia, I'm thinking about you, and you're, in my thoughts and prayers. Hopefully we'll get back to some degree of normalcy soon, and we'll be seeing you guys next week.
Sheesh. Way to fucking go into that, man, for sure. Thanks for your kindness always, Walshy. I get what you're saying. If I'm in a Discord too long by itself, I end up soaking that energy in. And it's nice to distribute. It's nice to, touch a bunch of different cultures and ideas and mindsets. That's what makes us
fresh,
better.
Baby.
Keep it fresh. Find your own path, indeed. Guys, it's been a great show. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all the homies receiving talismans. Shout out to Top Shot Swicky for joining the dojo. Shout out to Tony for becoming his own man in the space. Diamond Doll. I love you all. There's so much gratitude I have. Regardless if it's dark or it's light, balance your energies. It's the yin and yang, god damn it. And we're gonna make it. Now, not us all, but if you stick around with the OGs here, you might go places. Live the dream, eat vegan ice cream. And the boys said it just well. And above all,
peace.
Stay content.
Stay content. Later, homies.
Peace.
And what?
Deuces and ladies.
Get the dub.
We love the ladies. We love the ladies.
We love the ladies. Get the dub. Get the dub.
Get the dub.
Eat the cherries.
Straight up, honestly, the women in the space are better than the guys. It is so
facts.
true.
It is facts. We'll talk about that next week. Later on.
We'll talk about it next week. Bye.
Hey.